So I made this video last night, and I realized I forgot to do the intro. And I made it last night because I'm getting ready to go to DMV and try to figure out why there's so many flags on my license. No convictions, no points, nothing. But I have tons of flags. I must be on like the no-fly list or something. I don't know. I'm going to be there all day though. And I just realized I forgot to do an intro. To this video, and we did have a little bit of Eagles breaking news. And that was that the Eagles will be starting training camp July 26th. Cannot wait, man. Cannot wait. And they will be holding a public practice Sunday, August 7th. So look for that. Now, there are two things I want to talk about in this video. One, Avonte Maddox is underrated and underappreciated. We can't forget about him. And also, I still think this offense could use another running back. And maybe, just maybe, Cleveland is about to implode, and it might present an opportunity. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. The Eagles are going to be back at it today with OTAs. They got it the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, so they'll be doing OTAs today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. Then they're basically done. I think they're done till training camp. They've got no mini camps. They're only having 6 OTAs. And I just hope it's enough work for this team because we're going to come in to training camp. They're probably going to practice pretty light like they did last year. And then they didn't hardly play a lot of the starters in preseason. I hope that they play them more this year. But that's the schedule that they're on. We'll find out if it works. Now, today, I want to talk about two things, okay? One, I want to talk about the running back situation because I still think there's room for improvement. And then I want to talk about Avonte Maddox because Avonte Maddox, to me, is not getting enough love, okay? He just isn't. But before we get into this, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe for Eagles content, daily NFL content. You don't want to miss any of it. Not this year. This is not the year to miss out on the craziness. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube, they act gagoots. And I don't know what's going on, but for some reason they unsubscribe people. So definitely check. And if you guys haven't noticed, yesterday I released some Philly Shakedown clips. Those are from our show we do every week, me and Joey Shakes. But I've had a lot of requests for people saying, hey, I can't listen to the whole show. Can you just put clips up? So that's what I've tried to do. If you haven't, go check it out. And I'll try to do that as much as possible. No question about it. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is a couple things, right? The first thing, the running back position. Because, look, I like Miles Sanders. I really do. And I've been sitting here thinking a lot about Miles Sanders lately. Pause. But I've been thinking about what kind of year I can expect from him. What we can get from Miles Sanders. And there's really two lines of thinking, right? If you believe in Miles Sanders and you think he could be a 1,200-yard back and, 60 catches and 8 to 10 touchdowns, then you probably think we're probably good at running back for the most part. But if you think he's going to get banged up and he's going to get hurt again, then do we really have enough at the running back position, okay? Me personally, I know that if Miles Sanders can stay healthy, I believe he can give you the 1,200 yards. I believe he could be a top 5 back. I think he has that kind of talent, but he has to stay healthy, okay? And then you look at his backup, Professor Kenneth Gainwell. I mean, the name Kenneth Gainwell, right? Professor Kenneth Gainwell. That sounds like a professor, but he's the backup running back, and in some ways, the coaches may like him better. So there's opportunities for him to possibly jump Miles if Miles struggles or is hurt or is fumbling the ball. But when you look at his size, he's really not a big back. Like Miles really isn't a big back. And then you have Boston Scott, who's really smaller than both of those guys. So who is going to be that Jordan Howard guy? When you have a 3rd and 1, and you need to run for the first down because you want to keep that clock moving in the fourth quarter and you want to keep wearing out that defense. Who's that guy that picks it up? Who is it going to be? Maybe on some plays, yeah, it could be Ball Scott. He's a small guy. He's lower to the ground, right, for leverage. People can't see him behind that mammoth offensive line. Maybe. But I still think you need somebody a little more big and a little more physical. Now, the Eagles aren't going to fill every hole. Pause. But you do what you can do, right? You do what you can do. And if opportunity, and we talked about this on Friday, opportunity has been to me the key word I think of when I think of the Eagles this offseason. Because every opportunity that has come available to not just the Eagles but teams, the Eagles have jumped and taken advantage of it. And they've done it in a way where they haven't sacrificed their future. They haven't mortgaged it. They have done, I think, absolutely fantastic work, okay? So, if you have a chance to get a running back, I think you got to try to go out and do it, okay? And there's one guy I'm thinking about because, really, when I look at the running backs, there's nobody that I'm like, oh, yeah, bring him in. Free agent, yeah, bring him in. I think you have to do a trade or you have to get somebody off the practice squad. And you can find running backs off the practice squad, I think. But, maybe even bring Jordan Howard back if possible. I would strongly consider it if there's no other options for a bigger running back, okay? I would do it. I would bring him back. I would. But if I could upgrade that position, I'm going to. And one guy that I'm talking about is Kareem Hunt, the running back of the Cleveland Browns. Now, I say Cleveland Browns, and I say Kareem Hunt because he's in the last year of a deal. He's making like over $6 million, and he's essentially the backup, maybe the third string running back at this point, okay? Now, a few things happened this week with Cleveland that really makes me think that there is an opportunity. The first thing I want to say is, according to Mary Kay Cabot, I think that's how you pronounce her name, of the Cleveland.com, she said a couple days ago that Hunt is not going to get moved. She said Hunt is still, quote, very much in the Browns' plans for 2022 season. The team sees that the veteran running back is a valuable member of the offense. The Browns may soon have to deal with a dilemma regarding the future of Hunt with the team. He has a mere 1 year remaining on his contract, and he has a $6.25 million cap hit for the 2022 campaign. Now, this was kind of like accepted widely. Okay, they're probably not going to trade him until the Cleveland Browns go out and sign D'Ernest Johnson, right? They go out and they sign D'Ernest Johnson to a 1 year deal. Well, he was the backup last year when Hunt was hurt, okay? And a lot of people speculate that he is going to be the second back. He is the backup. And then they drafted another kid, I forget his first name, something Ford, in the fourth round this year, I believe, fourth or fifth round. So they have a plethora of running backs, okay? And it would make sense for them to trade him, especially if he's going to be the third running back. Not only that, right, but you have to wonder where the Cleveland Browns, their entire season is going anyways. Because, one, you have Baker Mayfield, who wants out, who they can't seem to trade or get rid of him. He doesn't want to play there. And then you have the Deshaun Watson situation. This is a team that traded for Deshaun Watson. They traded for Deshaun Watson, and here's what it looks like is going to happen. The NFL concluded their investigation into the Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. This is according to Nick Adams. NFL insiders believe the suspension could be as long as 1 year. Watson is facing civil suits for alleged sexual misconduct by 23 different women. I believe he's getting sued by 24 now. The arbiter made the decision, should be public soon. So it looks like there's a real possibility that he could be suspended this year. So is this team, what are they going to do? Are they going to go with Mayfield? Is he going to be happy there? This looks like a situation that And it's like, it's like Jesse Bates. It's like all these other guys that we talked about, that it could be a trade deadline situation type thing, because the Browns could be out of it. They could be imploded by this point in time, and they may look to deal Hunt. And if I could get a Kareem Hunt to go with Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell, I would do it in a second, in a heartbeat. I think he would be a great player to have. No doubt about it. The guy's, for those that don't know, 5'11", 216 pounds. He had 78 yards, 78 attempts last year, 386 yards. He was hurt. 5 touchdowns. He still averaged 4.9 yards per carry. And the great thing about him, and I've said this before, is he averages 2.8 yards after contact, okay? So you're getting a very physical running back. And you got to love that. So I don't expect the Eagles to go out and get Kareem Hunt. I'm not saying I expect it. But what I expect and what I want is, I want this team to go out there and I want them to get a physical back. A back that they can rely on. Now, maybe this kid Brooks from Oklahoma, maybe he's the guy. I don't know. He's an undrafted rookie free agent. He looks like he has some talent, but I don't know. If I could get somebody established, I would definitely love to do it. So, he's another guy that I'm putting there as like maybe a possible trade deadline scenario. I do think upgrading that running back, adding one more running back, I think could really help this offense a lot. It's a very good offense, and there's really not much left to do. I think you have questions at right guard. I think you have questions at the running back spot, specifically short yardage, big physical back, change of pace type back for Miles and those guys. A guy that you could help have wear down the offense, or the defense in the fourth quarter rather. So we'll see, But either way, the offense is looking good. And a lot of it, we need Miles to have a good year. Miles has to have his career year. Another guy, that I want to talk about, and this is on the defensive side of the ball, is Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox, he came out his rookie year. He played pretty good. And they moved him to the outside corner. They moved him to safety. They moved him all around. He wasn't comfortable. They put him back in the slot last year, and he was fantastic. He was, to me, top 3 slot corners in the NFL, okay? And PFF, and I'm not big on PFF, but they did show him a tiny bit of love, but not enough. And I kind of wanted to talk about it. Eagles Avonte Maddox lands on the top 10 of PFF's 2022 NFL slot cornerback rankings. Yeah, he should have, okay? Here's what they said about Avonte Maddox. By the way, they ranked Avonte Maddox number 9. To me, he should be number 3. And I'm going to read this to you. And this, when you listen to this, it's like, how is he 9, right? Here's what they said. Avonte Maddox, Philadelphia Eagles, number 9. Maddox has played just about everywhere in the secondary in his 4 years. He went from free safety and outside corner in 2018 to the slot in 2019, then back to the outside for 2020. He didn't enjoy much success as he earned single-season PFF grade below 60 each year. In 2021, as Maddox moved back to the nickel spot full-time, things were different, as his 76.1 coverage grade was top 5 at the position. The Pitt product is an effective tackler who consistently breaks downhill and snuff out plays underneath. His 17 passing stops in the slot tied for the most in the NFL last season. The Colts' Kenny Moore landed atop the list, followed by Mike Hilton, Jonathan Jones, Teron Johnson, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson to round out the top 5. When you look at his numbers and stuff like that, how is he not top 5? How is he not top 5? I think Avonte Maddox is going to have a Pro Bowl year. I think he's going to have a Pro Bowl caliber year. And with him and then Darius Slay, who's probably going to have a Pro Bowl year himself, you could have 2 cornerbacks on this team that are Pro Bowlers. And depending upon what James Bradbury does, you could have 3. Very unlikely that they're going to put 3 corners in the Pro Bowl on the same team, but they all have that upside. I think the Eagles' cornerback position has gone from one of the weakest parts of this team to one of the strongest parts on the team. Safety is going to play a big factor in some of this, though. No question about it. Epps and Anthony Harris have to step up. They have to step up. But I love what Avonte Maddox did last year. I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was a Pro Bowler last year, and I think he deserves to be at least in the top 3 of slot corners in this league right now. That's just my opinion. And you know what? I think he's going to go out there. I think he's going to have a good year. We are in the prime years of Avonte Maddox right now. He is going to get better and better the next few years. And it's going to be a wonderful thing. Howie Roseman, again, Howie Vision, we're all just living in it, was really, really smart to go out and sign Maddox to the extension when he did, because the kid is a player, no question about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. It's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Man, you know what? I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, it's Monday. What the hell am I gonna watch? There's nothing to watch. You know, like I had Better Call Saul, and then I had Stranger Things, and then I had Skinwalker Ranch. I don't know if you ever seen Skinwalker Ranch on I don't know, History Channel or something. That show's fantastic. That show's also on hiatus. It's like mid-season break. Now I'm waiting for all these shows to come back, and I got nothing to watch. You know what I mean? I did watch Obi-Wan. That's, you know, I liked the first 2 episodes. You know, third episode was okay, I guess. Some of the things I like, some things I don't like, but I don't want to get into it here. Okay, but I need stuff to watch. I need content. You know what I mean? It's so hard nowadays to find good stuff and good shows on TV, because most of the people who watch things always watch old things. You ever notice, like, every movie is either comic books, which have been around forever, or a remake or a reboot of something old? Where's the new stuff? That's what I'm saying. Where's the new stuff? I'm working on it. That's right. You don't know about it, but I'm working on it. It's going to be it's going to be on HBO. It's going to be a series, and it's going to be about this quarterback. And he was in the playoff game, and he gets a concussion, and he goes out and he gets a concussion. He goes back in the locker room, and the little GM, who's really small, looks like Napoleon, and he comes in and he starts cursing at him, and the guy's wife is crying, and he's throwing up, and he's getting embarrassed, and the little man's yelling at him to go out there and play, and then he goes out there and he plays, and they lose, and everything goes bad. So he goes to the mafia to try to assassinate the GM, but he's so twisted because he's got a concussion that he writes the wrong name on the paper to assassinate. You know, so instead of writing the GM's name they want to assassinate, he wrote his own name. So now they're trying to assassinate him, and the GM's trying to assassinate him. So it's going to be an HBO series coming out, and the guy's going to be in a cult, and it's going to be awesome. Denzel Washington out.